The Glaxon Goon Squad checking in. Wait a minute. That's not right. It's the NoFate channel checking in. But on this episode of the supplement review, I do have two supplements from Glaxon.com to review. I have their thermal, non-stimulant, thermogenic, and I have their plasma surge blood flow maximizer. And at the end of today's video, if you haven't been able to decipher already, we're going to do a giveaway. If this is your first time to the channel, please do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button over there. On this series, I typically review a supplement on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your personal goals, your fitness needs, and your hard-earned money. Now listen, Glaxon.com is no stranger to this channel. I've reviewed a bunch of their stuff in the past, and I happen to like those guys over at Glaxon.com. I want to put a strong focus on the company because a lot of people don't know about them. They've got some weird, funky mascot that's like an alien. They got their whole Glaxon Goon Squad as far as hashtags and stuff. But all that funny, fun marketing stuff aside, they are legit scientists putting together some amazing ingredients panels. They're trying new ingredients, they're trying new products, they're putting new packages together, and I happen to think in general they're doing a great job, and they're not following the cookie cutter generic stuff that we get kind of tired of with a lot of the supplements that we review. They are kind of pushing that boundary, and they're just using science, believe it or not bro science, science to put together some great products. And so I got 5 of their samples from Glaxon. I got it from one of my buddies, Dave. He's got his own code, Dave, and we're going to be shouting him out a couple times today. So if you are interested in saving money, it's going to be Dave for the code. I don't get a kickback, but Dave will. So if you are interested in helping Dave, Dave is the code. First on deck is Glaxon's Thermo, non-stim thermogenic. And I'm going to put the ingredients panel up here. I'm not going to read the ingredients panel myself, and I'm not going to go over it for 2 reasons. Number 1, I always kill the names on these ingredients panel. And number 2, Glaxon uses these crazy ingredients that I've never even heard of before, and I'm really going to get hammered on my spelling and pronunciation of it and what they actually do. So I'm going to leave the ingredients panel up here so you can read it and just talk about my experience. I got 5 of these packets. I've used 3, so I have 2 to give away to you. But how have I liked it? First, I want to just talk about non-stim thermogenics. There's not many actually out there. Most of them are stimmed to the hilt, and that's really where they kind of hit you. They put a ton of stimulants in order to suppress your appetite and just to get your heart rate through the roof. And that's fine if that's what you're looking for, but for many of us, we want like a non-stim. For many of us, we're already doing tons of stimulants, coffee, energy drinks, pre-workouts, right? We're already doing tons of stimulants. We don't want anymore. We can't handle anymore. And it's nice to see a non-stim thermogenic because it allows you to take it on a rest day, on a break from your stimulants. Take it during your cardio if you plan to hit like a pre-workout later in the day and drop some caffeine later in the day. Or you can take this in the afternoon as a nice warm pick-me-up without getting those stimulants, without having issues going to sleep, and without crazy taxing that adrenal system. So I used this 3 times. I used it for during my workout. I used it for just slow cardio. And then I used it just in the afternoon for S's and giggles. And I really liked it. So taste right off the top. It comes in 2 flavors. I got Mandarin Soul. Tastes like an Orange Julius. Not too bad. A solid 4 out of 5. And it feels warm. You get a nice warm feeling. Not that Alpha Yo, cold sweat type of like shakes and stuff. You get a really nice kind of like, okay, you can feel it working. You get not flush in the face, just a nice comfortable warmthness. Not to the point where you're sweating or anything like that, but you just feel warm. You do feel a little bit more awake. Your body gets just feels good. I sweat a little bit more when I was doing cardio on this thing than I typically would for slow cardio. And in the afternoon, this is where it really shined in the afternoon when I didn't want extra stimulants, but I'm looking to burn some calories to make sure that metabolism is just firing. And I liked it. Gonna tell you right there. As far as the price point, I'll go online during editing and I'll put the price point up here with that code Dave, and I'll put the price point per serving so you can get an idea of it. But with a whole list of thermogenic products out in the market that are just overstimmed, I happen to like the fact that they're putting out a non-stim thermogenic. Plasma Surge version 2. And at the end of today's video, I am going to be giving away these 2 packets along with the thermal as well, so stay tuned. I'm going to put the ingredients panel up here while I talk about it so you can read the ingredients panel. But these scientists put some crazy stuff in here. I'm not going to bother reading it. I'm just going to go through the breakdown. Number 1, comes in 2 flavors. I got juicy apple, and it tastes like an apple juice with a slight twist. Solid flavor, 4 out of 5, no complaints. As far as the cost, I've got no idea, but during editing, I'm gonna plug in code DAVE to get the price point per serving so you know how much it actually costs. So before I go any further into how Plasma Surge delivers on those pumps, I want to talk really about the difference between a stim-free pre-workout and a pump product. There's a lot of confusion in large part because many of them do overlap. Typically, a stim-free pre-workout is your pre-workout minus the stims. Tends to have pump ingredients, it tends to have performance ingredients, and it tends to have focus ingredients to allow you to get that mind-muscle connection. And then typically, a pump product just has pump ingredients for blood flow to boost that blood flow, get the blood into the muscle, maximize nitric oxide production, and just to enjoy all those gains that we love in the gym. Now, there is some overlap, but many people do get it confused. This really falls into, in my mind, my non-professional, non-scientific mind, into a pump product. It says here right on the package, nutrient absorption, nitric oxide turbo pump. How does it deliver on pumps? Now, this is a solid product when it comes to pumps. It delivers good blood flow in terms of just feeling like swollen. It feels good on the pumps. And some of the stuff that they put in here, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pretend that I do. I feel that I can breathe easier. And what do I mean by that? During my really hard, intense workouts, I get out of breath. That most of us do when we're doing hard stuff. For some reason, when I use this Plasma Surge, I can just breathe easier doing the stuff that normally would just get me out of breath. I don't know what they're putting in here that does that. I'm not going to pretend to be a professional or a Mr. Know-It-All. I'm just going to tell you that that's my personal experience. How do I think this is best used? If you're looking for a pump product in general, just a pump product, this would be a pretty good one. I think this probably goes really well if you have a high stim pre-workout that tends to be lower on the pump ingredients. You can dump this in, or if you want to mix and match, you have a high stim pre-workout, but you don't want to do a high stim day, you could do half a scoop and put in this Plasma Surge. Overall, I think this has a really good place because it doesn't have a lot of the other pre-workout ingredients like beta-alanine and stuff that you can go overboard on so that you can't mix and match, right? So if you've got a stim-free pre-workout, you really can't mix that stim-free pre-workout with your high stim pre-workout because you're going to have too much stimulants, too much beta-alanine, too much of a lot of stuff. This is actually going to be that really cool functional supplement that you can use it on its own, but you can also dump in with their Specimen high stim pre-workout or any other high stim pre-workout that you might have to get yourself that good pump, get yourself that good blood flow, and get yourself just more oxygen. Again, something in here really helps me makes me feel like I can breathe a whole heck of a lot easier. Hopefully you found this quick review informative. Let's talk about the giveaway. Here's what we're gonna do. I weighed these bad boys out. I can sneak one of these into a regular size envelope and have it mailed out. So I'm gonna have 4 winners. How do you enter? Comment below. What comment should you put down? You can type in Dave if you want to use that code Dave. You can type in Glaxon Goon. You can type in hashtag whatever you want. Tell me you're checking in. Tell me whatever. When this video hits 30 likes, which should take 1 week at most, I'm going to message you to email me your address, and I'm going to put one of these, the thermal and the Glaxon, in an envelope and send it off to you. That's how simple as that. It's going to be the simplest giveaway we can give away. But I'm going to sneak one of these in at the only cost of a stamp, and I will also include some NoFate 24/7 stickers because I'm that nice of a guy. If you're an absolute gangster and made it this far in the video, please drop a comment and let me know if you've used any of Glaxon's products before and how you've liked them. I love getting other people's feedback. Also, if you've come this far, give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and use that Amazon affiliate link because it does help me out. It helps keep the lights on and it doesn't cost you anything. It just costs Jeff Bezos a few pennies. As usual, thank you for watching and don't save anything for the trip back. This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.